Let's be honest for a second, motivation is wildly overrated, and the internet talks about it like it's some magical fuel you either have or don't, as if one day you'll wake up feeling inspired enough to fix your life before lunch, and until then you're just stuck waiting in line for your turn to become a functional human. Most of us have felt that motivation rush at least once, usually late at night, when you suddenly decide tomorrow is the day everything changes. You open a notes app, write a very ambitious plan, and then fall asleep feeling proud, only to wake up with zero interest in actually doing any of it. That's the problem right there, because motivation feels amazing in theory, but in real life it shows up randomly, leaves without warning, and somehow always disappears the moment something gets uncomfortable or boring, which is inconvenient because most progress is uncomfortable and boring by default. We end up believing that the reason we're stuck is because we aren't motivated enough, when really we're just waiting for a feeling that was never designed to stick around in the first place, and every time it disappears, we take it personally, like something is wrong with us. Here's what people don't say out loud very often: the people who make steady progress don't feel especially inspired, they just stopped asking themselves how they feel before doing the thing, because they learned the hard way that emotions are unreliable coworkers. This is where systems come in, and yeah, that word sounds painfully unsexy, but a system is just a decision you made once so you don't have to keep arguing with your brain every single day, especially on the days when your energy is low and your standards are suspiciously flexible. Instead of waking up and deciding whether you feel like doing something, the system decides for you, and you just follow it on autopilot, which sounds boring until you realize boring is exactly what makes it sustainable. Most people think discipline means being intense and hardcore, but discipline is actually pretty quiet, because it looks like doing small, slightly annoying things even when no one is watching and nothing feels rewarding yet. The real shift happens when you stop trying to hype yourself up and start making the right action easier than the wrong one, because humans don't choose what's best, they choose what's easiest, and they come up with a very convincing explanation afterward. If scrolling is easier than starting, scrolling wins, every time, and your brain will act like it made a logical choice, so the move is to lower the bar so much that even on your worst days, you still move forward without making it a whole emotional event. That's why consistency works, because it doesn't ask for passion, it just asks for presence, and presence is way more available than motivation on most days. Progress usually feels underwhelming while it's happening, which is why so many people quit early, because nothing dramatic is happening and there's no soundtrack playing in the background to let you know it's working. Motivation tends to show up after you've already started, not before, and it loves taking credit like it was there the whole time, even though it absolutely was not. So if you're waiting to feel ready, inspired, or confident before you begin, you'll probably be waiting longer than you need to, because readiness usually shows up halfway through the process, not at the starting line. The goal isn't to feel amazing every day, it's to build something that works even on the days you feel tired, distracted, or mildly over everything. Motivation is fine when it visits, but it's not reliable enough to be in charge, and once you stop putting your progress in the hands of a temporary feeling, things start moving quietly in the background. And yeah, it's boring, repetitive, and not very aesthetic, but it works, and honestly, working is kind of the whole point,